What's up, guys? I am super excited about this video. I have been waiting to do something with my dining nook forever. It is just a spot in my apartment where I'm just like never satisfied with how it looks. I never love it. I always feel like I'm missing something. I feel like we all have that place in our home where we're just never totally satisfied with the way something looks. So I'm so excited to do this. I'm hoping it's going to be like a really quick flip, so to speak, to give it a little makeover, make it look a little different. So I just hope that it goes smoothly. Does it ever though? Does it ever? We'll see. So let's get started and make over my dining nook. Okay, so here is the dining nook that I am going to make over. There are some spots on the wall that I have to sand down. There was a little bit of paint chipping, and there's just some marks from like art that was hung. As you can see, it is not a huge space, but it's definitely not the worst. Okay, so step one of this makeover is going to be to paint an accent wall. And I went bold. Do you want to see what I picked? Do you want to see what I picked? Ready? I chose black. So this is tricorn black. I've already poured it out. It is all over the can, but I will try to insert a swatch so that you can see it a little better. This color is gorgeous. I've seen other people use it, and I am anxious, but I am excited. All right, so we are taped up. It is just this wall here. That would be the accent wall. I am like, I don't know what to do. There's a part of me that's like, no, don't do it. You know, I don't know. I feel like I want to keep it white because it's bright and airy space, but I feel like I've now bought the paint, taped the wall, like I'm here. It's just paint. I mean, I guess I can always undo it. I don't know. I don't know. You guys, the first coat is done. Oh my god. I can't believe it. It's definitely like kind of streaky and patchy in some places, but for one coat, I mean, it's not really that bad. I cannot believe on a Monday I painted my wall black. All right, you guys, it is painted. I obviously went with a flat finish. You can see like up there a little imperfection, and that's kind of driving me crazy, but you know, I think it just kind of is what it is. Let me try to get it from another angle. It looks so bright on camera, but it is beautifully crisp black in real life. I also hung up this oval mirror. I still have to take the little thing off the top. But I am liking this so far. Probably gonna add some greenery to it. Not totally sure how I'm gonna style it. It's probably gonna take me a little bit. I still have to just like touch up some parts along the edge. Yes, I am covered in paint and fuzz. So this is pretty much day one of this project. I am shooting for like a 48-hour makeover. Maybe 72, maybe more, who knows, this could end up being a week, but day one is done for now. Alright guys, so the hunt for vintage frames was a total success. I am in love with the frames that I found. It was a little tough to get footage because the frames in the thrift store are kind of stacked this way, so you can only see the edge of them. And they're really heavy because there's just so many of them, so it's kind of hard to move them. I tried to get footage, it wasn't great. But I do know I definitely got a very quick clip of the frames that I was thinking about choosing, and I did end up with most, if not all of them. Not all of them, most of them, I think. So I might put in a clip. I'm thinking about showing you the frames more in depth. I'm not sure yet. So I might put that in there. I might not. I don't want this video to go on forever and ever. So that was a success. I'm going to have to take them apart to put my own art in them, and I'm hoping that's going to be pretty simple, but huge success. Excited to get this mini gallery wall going. So yeah, we're ready to move on to the next stage. Oh my god, you guys, these frames are really turning out to be quite the task. This one's like paper is just like stuck to what I guess is like this cardboard that's like two pieces. So I have to get the paper off so I can get to the staples, and then I'm hoping once I get that off I'll be able to take the picture out. But wow, these vintage frames are no joke, but I am committed to them. So yeah, I'm gonna keep on working away here with my tools. All right, another one down. I have the important pieces left. This is just the back. The front is not damaged at all of the mat. This is the remnants of what's left, what we're not keeping. I have, well, yeah, the back is actually the mat, and that is directly adhered to the back, so I can't just pop that off without damaging it. So I'm trying to decide if I'm just going to cut that out and just buy a brand new white mat for it. So I don't know yet, but this one is also done. This one was pretty simple, just really a ton of staples. This one's staying as is, and then that one has to get done as well. So that one's next. Okay, so we are off to an interesting start. I wrote down the measurements and everything for this, and somehow it doesn't quite fit right. It's like a tiny bit short, and I'm assuming that's because of how many like layers of things were in these frames. I have to say they were put together really well for the most part. So what I did figure out though is this is what came in the frame initially, but if I flip it over, you can just see this piece of like cream colored mat still intact. So I think what I'm going to do is put the print on the mat and then flip it over and put it back into the frame in reverse basically, and then there will be kind of like a small matte outline. So that's what I'm gonna try to do. I just need to make sure that it's really even, so that way when it goes into the frame it looks like it's very intentional and it's meant to be that way. And I think I'm just gonna use very lightly some painter's tape on the back just to hold it in place, but something that I can peel off in case I ever want to take this frame apart. So let's give that a try. Okay, so I think we are mostly done. I just want to make sure everything's okay before I actually staple everything back together. I kept kind of flipping it just so that I could see that it was even. I didn't want the mat to look really uneven. So I'm gonna kind of hold this together and flip it around. I love it. I think it looks so good. I feel like this frame is just meant for this photo. I love the way it came out, so I think I'm just gonna give it another once over just to make sure everything's okay, and then I will staple it all together and we will have one done. Hey guys, so I don't remember where we left off last, but we have really hit some snags in this dining Nook makeover video. The prints, which you can see up on the wall, did not come in 24 hours. And I don't know if I already told you that in another clip, but if I did, I apologize. So I don't know if I selected photos that they just couldn't get together in 24 hours, if these prints for some reason didn't qualify for it, but it took, a week to get here, so that definitely slowed us down. And then the frames that I had taken apart, some of the mat board and the backing just wasn't able to be preserved, so I had to buy a new mat board and I ended up cutting it myself. 0 stars. Do not recommend it unless you're like very skilled at that. I don't recommend you do it. It was really challenging. It was so hard to get right. It was a production. So we are now well over the 48 hours that I had hoped to do this makeover in. If the frames hadn't been an issue, I think we could have made it work, but we just couldn't. So I did get a new rug for the space, and you're gonna see that soon. I did manage to at least get the frames hung up. I do want to put another in that corner up there. I'm not sure if you can see it. And we have this shelf to style, so let's get these things. All right, so I just got home and my mission was a rug and a hanging planter for the dining nook, and I was only half successful, darn it. I was able to get a rug, which is really exciting because I really like this rug. It was hanging, I went to Marshall's, so it was like, you know how they have the rugs just kind of like hanging on those things. I'm sorry if this is so shaky. I'm just like holding this up on my arm. But I did not get a hanging planter. Dang it. They usually have a ton. They did not, but I'm guessing that's because it's almost June and probably people are buying hanging planters more for their outside areas. So yeah, I didn't find one that I loved, so I did not get one. But I do have one here. It's black. It's a little too big, but I think for the purpose of finally getting this dining nook makeover done, it's gonna be okay. So we'll use it, and eventually I'll replace it when I find something that I really love, but for now it's gonna be okay. So I'm gonna get changed, I'm warm, let's roll this rug out and see what it looks like. Alright guys, so I am ready to start working on some styling for the shelves here, and probably what you see in this clip won't be what ends up exactly being how it is in the final reveal, just because I like to style my shelves, and then I like to kind of like live with them for a little bit just to see, is it really what I like? Does it need to be adjusted at all? And that's okay. I mean, that is shelf styling. I actually might make a video on how to style shelves because I get asked about it a lot, especially over on my Instagram. So maybe I'll do a video on that too. But for now, I have my table over here, and it just has some different things on it, and candlesticks, books, candles, piece of pottery. This is just the stuff that I typically like to style with, so let's play around with it. Okay, so this is kind of what I've started with, and I tend to style the shelf and then move back, look at it from different angles. I do like to layer a lot. I like to use different shapes, sizes, textures, and things like that. So I will leave this sit for a little bit. I don't hate it for the first take. There might be too many like candle holders, so I'm gonna leave it for a little bit. I don't know if I will like it in even 5 minutes, but we're gonna let it go from now. I'll change things as needed, but our next step is going to be getting another frame put up, maybe in that corner or maybe in this corner here. I'm not sure yet. I had also ordered a print for this little frame, and of course, another print issue. The store that I ordered it through just, I don't know, they just didn't print it. It said my order was ready. I went to pick it up and they had no idea what happened to it. So I might have to figure out a plan B for that. Okay, so I actually moved the rug back out of the way. I have my plant here ready to be hung up, and if there's anything that I have learned, it's that if there's potential for a mess, it really might go down. So I would rather just move the rug out of the way and hang this so that way if, you know, it's not sturdy or something happens, the dirt does not come down on the rug. So let's get this hung up and see how she looks. What do we think? I think it's a little long. I think I do need a smaller pot, and I need it to be a little up higher. I guess I could take some pieces out of the chain link portion, but that is just a whole process that I'm not committed to. So I'll probably just remain on the hunt for a better potter, but for now, she's gonna have to work. All right, you guys, so we are ready to reveal the dining nook makeover. This took absolutely forever, and honestly, it's still probably not totally done. The upper left-hand corner, I'm not sure what I'm gonna do yet with it because it's kind of bare up there, and I was going to hang a print, but I may end up getting a smaller planter that hangs higher with kind of like a big draping vine type plant, and if that's the case, then I don't want it to take over the space. So that's the only part that's still up in the air, but otherwise we are done. So let's do the reveal. Alright you guys, that concludes this dining nook makeover. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up, and if you'd like to see more DIYs or room makeovers like this one, feel free to subscribe to my channel, and I will see you next time.